In this next video, I'm going to talk to you about hiding and overriding graphics. There's two common ways to customize a view, and they are to hide individual elements or categories, and also to modify how graphics display for those elements or categories, i.e. altering line weight, color, pattern, etc. An element is an individual item, one piece of equipment in a view. An example, an element would be this particular air terminal, or it could be this particular length of duct. In a category, it would be all of these supply grills or all of this ductwork. So let's look at how we can change some of these items as an example. So this is a floor plan of a building, the architectural building, and we want to change all these grid lines into halftone, which means we want them grayed out. So we've got a couple of ways of doing this. Firstly, if we just want to use this one particular one, we just want this one to be grayed out, we'd need to change the element, not a category. So to change an element, we would use the right click command on this, and we'll go down to here. Now, these are the two that we need to look at. Hide in view means that if we click on element, it will just hide that one particular item. So like that. If we click on hide in view by category, it would hide all of the grid lines. Okay, so that's one way of using the hide. Whilst we're still on this right click command here, I'll show you this override graphics in view. This again, we've got two options. We can do it by element or category. We'll touch on by filter in another video. By element, which means that what we're going to do now will only apply to this one particular item again. So again, we can look at this particular box, clicking on this visible or unticking it and clicking on apply applies to that particular item. As you can see, specific element graphics. If we halftone it, which is this box, and click on apply, just that one element is gone faint, it's grayed out. We can also apply different patterns associated with the particular element, or we can also change it by color, or we can also change the line weight here, and that will apply to just that one element. Again, if we were to right click and override graphics by category, that would do the same but for all of the items. Another way, the second way of changing the elements, but this one only applies to the category, not individual elements, is using the visibility graphics box, or VV as we know it by. So type in VV. Because in this instance the grid lines are an annotative element, it's not a building element, it's not a model element, model category, so we need to go to the annotation box here and then go down to grids. Again, we can switch it off, but as I've just mentioned, this is all by category, not individual elements. So if we apply that, all the grids have gone. We put it back on again, but we click on the halftone, click apply, they're all back on again, but they're all grayed out. Any box that you see that's grayed out here and in these visibility graphics means that they can't be changed. Anything in a white box means it can. So if we want to look at hiding now, I've just briefly shown you an example on the grids. Let's look at in the surfaces now. So again, to do an element, we right click on the element and hide in view and click on element. If we go back a step and do the same with the category, it deletes, it hides all of those. Now let's just go back a step and we'll hide this one element. Okay, so now we're going to look at how we can restore the hidden element. Okay, so you might have been halfway through doing something, you've had these particular switched off because you've got something around this area that you were doing on another area, so you temporarily switched it off. You've since closed this down and gone away, do a different project or something, and somebody else comes along and he looks and thinks, oh, you haven't finished this room off, you're missing an element. Well, what you need to do is not actually just say, oh, he hasn't finished this job off, and then put a new one in and put it in place and finish it yourself. What you need to do is just check that it's not switched off. This box down here, you remember the visible control bar? If we look at here, this light bulb, reveal hidden elements. If we click on this, it will show what we've got hidden. But if we just zoom out, not only does it show the element that we've got hidden, but it shows all elements that we've got hidden in this particular view, this mechanical floor plan. So whether it be your view templates or whether you've got a particular setup, this will reveal everything that is currently switched off or hidden in this particular view. To unhide it, we just click on the item, right click and unhide in view, and obviously it's an element, so we click on the element and then remember to switch off the close reveal hidden elements to revert back to your normal state of play. If we just quickly look at the VV again here, as I mentioned, these are all by category, not elements, but we can control the half tone here as well, and again this applies to all of them. So we click on that and it will apply the half tone to all of these. We've also got the override on the lines, color, pattern, weight, and also on the transparency of how transparent we want it to be. We've got control over these should we need to.